So welcome back to the channel. My name's Nick, 45 Degree Sailing. Now right now we're here at Marina Kastela. We're lifting our new client's boat into the water after the purchase and the anti-fouling and all the work's been done on it. So I just wanted to share with you this process in case you've never seen a yacht being lifted into the water using a travel lift crane like this. So first of all, they bring the big crane over, which is open at one end and has a crossbar at the other, so of course you can get the mast and the forestay in here. Now they have large crane lifts that can lift a lot of weight, and it's a four-wheel steer system. So they bring that in, they bring that around the yacht. Put it into place, and then they pass the straps underneath and into the lifting positions of that particular yacht. Now often yachts will have these markings on it with a little crane hook. Those are for the lifting strap positions where the bulkheads are, where it's strong and it's not going to hit any of the underwater instruments or the keel of course, and the prop shaft or sail drive. Once they've got those in place, it's really nice if the company that's doing the lift uses these pads to stop the straps from marking the nice work you've just had done on your hull. So if they put something in between the strap and the hull here, then that stops it getting dirty or scratching it or anything like that. So that's a nice touch if the company does that. Once they've lifted it off the cradle, they can then, we have the guys here ready. If you've got your anti-foul, if you've been doing the anti-foul, you see there's these spots that are not painted on because of course these were where it was being held up by. So we cover those up and get them all sorted so that they're covered and prepared for going into the water. Ideally, if you can, you could do a lift or you could do a change in these during your anti-fouling process, but that can be expensive doing an extra lift or however to shift the position of the pads. So often this is just how it's done. Once all those touch-ups are done, it'll give 15 minutes or 10 minutes to dry or something like that, and then we're going to put the boat up into the travel position and move it over to the slip. So while they're finishing that off, let's have a look at the travel lift. The travel lift has very big tyres, big load strains. Now these are they're almost as tall as me, kind of, so they're probably about 1.5 meters high, and it's a four-wheel steer system. Now they steer by hydraulic rams, so big pushing and steering power for when they've got a lot of load up on the weight. It's a whole hydraulic system with crane, winches and everything like that run this system, all hydraulic based. These winches here, they will wind up the cables that will pull up the straps. Now they can also slide forward and backward to accommodate for different size vessels. So they're very specific machines. and they're very expensive to fix. The controller has, in this case, a wireless controller that he wears around and he walks with the travel lift unit alongside it, but it's wireless, so he can get around any area and see what he's doing. Now sometimes they have the older machines don't have the wireless, they have a point where the driver sits and he controls from the levers there. How are you feeling?
Yeah, we're getting there. It might actually happen today.
Well, I'm still not counting the chickens yet, but the boat is in the air.
Yeah, but that's not where it's meant to be. It's meant to be on the water.
We were supposed to start training at David's like, oh yeah, if you could arrive a bit early, we'll check over stuff together. We're supposed to start training at about, well, I say 10:30, 11.
10:30, 11,
yeah. 10:30, 11 once it's in the water. It's past that.
A little bit.
Yeah, I think we might start training.
Time.
We might start training by 4 or 5 if we have a beer beforehand.
Well, at 5:30 we're going for a beer. Boat's going in the water. Now we've got to get on it. Hello! Hey! What the fuck are they doing? Anything else? Fenders. So just drop one more fender over port and then just roam with one. Right, I think you got a boat. Well, it floats so far. That's somewhat what's important. It's tight in there actually, yeah, I know, and it's sort of, I was thinking, yeah, it's fine, I'll get out, and it's like, yeah, I think it's like,
What's that?
when you say coming out.
Right.
Where's the autopilot?
That's me. Your depth is good on this line for this corner. You can go quite close, but this is good.
I was going to say, so, no, we'll just go for the middle.
Yeah, let's do the middle. There's another bit of Croatia just there. All right.
Jesus!
You got a boat.
I got a boat. I got a boat.
Now what are you going to do?
Park it back in the marina. That's what we do with boats, isn't it? You sit in the marina and have a gin and tonic.
That's right. Yeah, time for a beer. That was a lot of... Oh, yeah. Well, there it is. That's the travel lift for you. It can be quite stressful, so go into it prepared. And generally it's always going to be a busy place in the summer, so
Yeah, pick your time.
yeah, pick your time and be absolutely as prepared as possible. But just always do those checks. Don't let anyone rush you too much. Make sure the seacocks are open for your engine when you go in, that you've got everything connected for your bow thruster. Your fenders are ready to go down if you're on the way out, and if you've got people standing by, they're on a roaming fender, all right? But other than that, generally the operators are pretty good. They don't give them a license for that unless they're pretty good at big marinas. Some small marinas, I'll take that back. But yeah, that's that one. Congratulations, David.
Thanks, Nick. Been a pleasure. It's been a blast so far.